Democrats are pushing back against Trump's executive order on birthright citizenship.
More than 200 members of the House Democratic Caucus signed an amicus brief against the order today, and Ground 4's Rob Nesbitt reports.
Trump has asked the Supreme Court to allow birthright citizenship restrictions. The Supreme Court often accepts amicus briefings from Congress, and several Democrats are hoping their opinion on the executive order will persuade the court. One of the first executive orders signed by President Trump was his effort to remove birthright citizenship, no longer recognizing someone born in the U.S. as a citizen if their parents are undocumented immigrants. Hector Quiroga has been working as an immigration attorney for more than 15 years, but this year has been his busiest. Clients worried about their future in the U.S.
Yeah, we're very busy, especially because there is just a lot of confusion. There's been a lot of false starts. There's a lot of executive orders that have not gone through. There's some executive orders that have gone through that the court has, in fact, upheld.
San Francisco has a deep history with birthright citizenship. It's where Wong Kim Ark fought for his rights to be recognized as a U.S. citizen in 1898. Representative Nancy Pelosi and other House Democrats pushed back against Trump's birthright citizenship executive order Monday, filing an amicus brief that the order violates Supreme Court rulings, laws passed by Congress, and the Constitution.
Well, the 14th Amendment clearly states anybody who's born in the United States is, by definition, a resident of the state and a resident of the United States, citizen of the United States.
Birthright citizenship will be decided by the courts, but one executive order that has been upheld is the requirement that immigrants living in the U.S. illegally register with the federal government or face penalties. Immigrant communities are trying to break down any legal implications of the ruling, and Quiroga recommends getting expert advice.
We really need to check with a lawyer to figure out how to most advance that, how to better advance this in their individual matter. I think that is what is happening across the country. Is everybody needs to look at their own facts and circumstances and how it's going to affect them individually.
Last month, San Francisco Mayor Daniel Lurie spoke out, joining 18 states to challenge Trump's executive order against birthright citizenship. Reporting in the newsroom, I'm Rob Nesbitt, Ground 4 News.